warm welcome, everybody. We have with us one of our recent FMGE pass out students who have scored amazing 226 in his first attempt. It's a dream of all the FMGs, especially, when they do all their undergraduation for last 5-6 years. And especially Vivek has a special story. He had a lot of issues with his study in Ukraine, with the war coming in, the transfers. And still throughout this whole process, he could maintain the consistency and come out with such amazing score of 226. Heartiest congratulations, Vivek. How are you feeling?
Thank you, sir. Sir, I'm feeling good. And I'm feeling honored that you invited me for the interview today, sir.
I'm really happy, and to see such amazing scores also, it makes us feel proud. Vivek, tell me something about you. Like, where are you from? Which college did you study?
Sir, I belong to Agra from Uttar Pradesh, and I began my MBBS journey in 2019. I went to Ukraine in Uzhgorod National University, and due to unfortunate circumstances, like in 2022, the war broke out, and I had to transfer my studies to Kyrgyzstan. There I finished my MBBS in Bishkek International Medical Institute.
Okay. And Vivek, how many people in your family are doctors? And something.
My family is of only 3 people: my mother, dad, and me. So, and I'm the first doctor.
Nice. It must be such a tough decision, right? For you also and for your parents also, being a child to send you abroad and through all this war in Ukraine and all. Tell me something about that. How was the situation there?
The situation was very terrible that day. So after the war broke out, like everything was not in order. Like the very next day, all the locals were on the street, like they were rushing towards the ATM. Like everyone wanted to withdraw some money. Like people were panic buying in supermarkets. Like everyone was rationing. So it was like very stressful situation.
During the war, and also I think you had COVID also during your initial years. So,
yes, sir.
Like, did you feel a lot of disconnect with your academics during those times, like COVID times, and again during this Ukraine war? And how did you manage your studies to come out with such high scores?
So, like when I was like going abroad for MBBS, like I decided that I had to like be thorough with my studies, and I have to finish all the subjects in this time period by the final year. So like I set my personal goals, like in first year I will complete these subjects anyhow, like 4, 5, like our Indian graduates do here in India.
Nice.
Like, I tried replicating that. Even in the COVID times, I used to like try to read by myself. So I just never stopped. Like I read something all the time.
I think you had a target to match the Indian system and complete like first year 3 subjects to 𝗏𝗏 biochemistry.
Yes, sir.
So I think that was a good approach. And it must be a tough journey. I can understand, COVID, war, and also being a lone child in family.
Yes,
I am sure, it must have been much more pressure. कैसा लगता था? घर में supportive थे? They were okay for you to travel, and was there a lot of homesickness for you and your parents?
Yeah, like in first year, sir, like I didn't used to feel good. Like my father also told me, like if you are not feeling good, like there is no pressure. You can come back and do whatever you like. But I thought like my father is sacrificing a lot, so I should also do some duty on my part, sir.
Nice. And then you really made the decision right, and you made your parents proud, and you come back as Dr. Vivek to the country, and that means a lot, and that gives a lot of happiness to your parents also. And Vivek, coming back to the academic part, like to score 226 in the first attempt, what do you think are some special things that you have done, or something differently that you have done? So something that will help you to score such good scores. And this is your first attempt, Dr. Vivek?
Yes, sir. This is my first attempt. Sir, like For me, sir, I was like reading uh, subjects from first year itself. Like I yes, sir, I like used to read books what Indian graduates read, but so those books are, sir, very like big, and the information in them is like very dispersed. So in the last year, like I realized like to appear in FMG, like I need to concentrate this information, and I should be able to recall the information. And then I like heard about the Arise coaching from some of my seniors, so I joined. After the classes, like whatever the notes were provided by faculty to us, like I used to read them at that day itself, whatever topics were covered that day, and I used to like make concise notes. Like, for example, like sir, if like in medicine, if Priyansh sir is teaching cardiac tamponade, like on left side I will write cardiac tamponade, and on the right side I will just write the main points, backstride, and just mains 2-3 lines. And in rheumatology also, I just used to write like what is the antibodies related to that specific disease. And in that way, I like concise my notes subject by subject, so that I can revise them multiple times.
So basically, along with the classes, you made your own, golden that you could review multiple times.
From the Arise note itself.
Nice. And let me just have some quick one-word answers from you. Okay, let's see how you'll answer. Online or offline?
I would say online, sir.
So you took online?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How different was it from your, how could you maintain that discipline, like with sitting alone in the study room? What was your, driving factor for attending these 8 hours classes and long classes in the study room?
I thought like I can save much money, and if I will go offline to some city, I have to pay rent, and like I have to search for food and traveling expenses. Then I thought like I can stay at my home, and I had to clear anyhow, sir. So I cannot again reappear.
Did you follow with the live sessions or recorded sessions?
Sir, I used to follow live sessions, sir, because many applications are available for FMGs these days. But I think when you have all the videos recorded, you cannot be consistent sometimes. Like thoughts come in mind, like I will watch this video later. So to be consistent, I think live is good, sir. Okay. At least you stay in a schedule, sir.
Okay. Main notes or rapid revision notes?
Main notes first, sir.
Main notes first. Good. Yes, and MCQ practice in the end or with the classes?
MCQ with classes, sir.
MCQ with classes. Okay. And some favorite faculty, some you really enjoyed learning from, Vivek, that you can remember?
Sir, I liked the Rajiv Dhawan, sir. Like he is like the cornerstone of ENT. Yes. And sir, Sandeep Sharma, sir, in pediatrics, like he was very motivating. Like he used to say this thing, like you should maintain a balance between your theory and MCQs. Like make a healthy balance, like 60% theory and 40% MCQs. Not fully theory and not fully MCQs. Yes. And sir, your radiology classes, sir, like the way you integrate many subjects in your radiology lessons, sir. Like if someone read your radiology notes, you cover like obstetrics part, orthopedics part, some medicine points, ENT images. So they really help in exams, sir. Like if you have seen images in radiology, they can help you in pediatrics question, medicine question. Like it is very handy, sir.
What about the last 1.5 months? You finished the cycle of 19 subjects. With the subject, you are doing questions, you said, and you solved multiple questions balancing your theory. And once you came in the last part, maybe, November, we could finish all the syllabus. Then December and January was the exam. What did you do these last few months?
Sir, last few months, like our coaching Arise started this test series for us. So as you said, like before appearing for, like we had subject-wise exams. You said like do at least 200 MCQs of that subject. So like I used to do as much MCQs as possible and visit my notes again. And whatever MCQs like I was getting wrong, I used to like annotate them in my notes. I appeared in all the subjects exam, and I used to give like grand tests.
When did you start doing your GTs?
Sir, I used to give when first I completed all the subjects thoroughly, like sir 19. Then I started giving GTs and try to give like 3 GTs in 1 month.
Okay.
And it gives you idea of preparation like roughly.
Do you remember how was your first GT scores?
First GT score, sir, I got around 190. Then it started increasing gradually, like 210. Then in 3-4, I got around like 220, 222. So that much marks I also got in final, sir.
Nice. It is it is important to see that the GT scores start improving. When the GT scores, I personally feel instead of waiting till the exam, people can rectify at the time of the GT scores only. They get an idea both way. But many people don't start doing GTs thinking that they'll get low scores and get demoralized. But it is all
it like gives you a reflection of your preparation and tells you about like gray areas that what we should be doing.
And Dr. Vivek, you have been studying textbooks. You have been, there's so much of content available today. What made you stick to ARISE notes? Like, was there a doubt during your preparation, or were you happy with whatever was being done? How did you align your preparation with the ARISE flow?
All the faculty says like the time and tested formula. Like every faculty said, like stick to one teacher and their notes. If we go searching for notes, like there are many faculties available and lots of videos on YouTube and many apps. But I think if we stick to one notes, and we keep revising them, our recall power increases.
And how was the whole idea about the workbook-based learning, Vivek? Did you enjoy that part? Did you order the hard copies, or did you write it on your iPads?
So I used to write on my iPads.
Okay, you were comfortable with the iPad. And were you okay with the workbook format, or did you prefer a pre-written format?
No, so workbook format like is like active learning. You are writing with your important points with the teacher, so it helps.
Okay. And which subjects were your weak subjects in the beginning of your preparation?
Sir, my weaker subjects were like PSM, because I didn't read much PSM like in my college days, so I had to work hard on it, and my surgery was a little bit weak, so but it got right with the time, thankfully.
Nice. And how did you approach this to strengthen this? Because you get very less time, 5 days, 6 days for completing a subject. Was that sufficient, or did you take some special steps to strengthen these areas? The two major subjects you're talking about.
For this, sir, I like read notes thoroughly and did more MCQs in these subjects.
So these subjects that you were weak in, you started increasing the number of MCQs along with
Yes, sir.
Vivek, do you suggest adding on to a lot of theory other than what the workbook is providing?
No, I think, sir, like information here in these workbooks are more than enough to pass the exam. But like someone can write the questions, MCQ questions they get wrong, some points like here and there. Not much addition is needed.
Okay. You finish your workbook and then add the theory based on the MCQs rather than adding a lot of content into the workbook and making it difficult to revise. Okay, that's a good suggestion. And Vivek, a lot of students you must have seen in your college days and in your preparation, in your friend circles, and some seniors also, and some specific thing that you could feel that maybe this approach may not work that effectively. Anything that you have observed, or any mistake that you did and you rectified later in your preparation?
Sir, I think when we do a subject and we feel like we are not doing it properly, we tend to shift to some other book or faculty, and by doing a similar subject multiple times by different faculty, like we waste our time. So we should like trust our teacher or the book that we are following, and like give it some time, and it helps her, because I think we spend double time if we do this switching game.
Yes. And about the whole journey with RISE, Dr. Vivek, like the whole program is designed that initially a lot of theory content is delivered and long classes are there, and then we move on to test and discussion, fast track revision, quick revision program. What all resources did you actually use?
Sir, initially I followed the main classes, and then at last the quick revision program by RISE that really helped in the last stage before exam, like for refreshing your memory.
Yes. And I think at that time the anxiety levels are so high.
Yeah, because in the last 5 or last week, we do not feel like reading. Like we feel like we know everything. What should we read? Because there is a lot of confusion in last days, sir.
Yes. So the whole program is to push you through that whole difficult days.
Yes, sir.
And did you do the test and discussions with the faculty discussions?
Yes, sir. Like I used to watch T&Ds after giving the tests. Like even if in some subjects T&Ds were longer, I used to see what questions I got wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you tailor-made based on what your mistakes were, and
yes, sir.
Nice. And Vivek, what would your suggestion be to your juniors who are listening to you in your very second year, first year, and this exam is always a big factor for them?
Sir, I would tell my juniors, like before your third year, they should like try to finish all the paraclinical and basic subjects first. Then they can like do well in exam, like in later part if they take some coaching.
What would your suggestion be to all the future aspirants who are appearing for June exam? How do you think the approach should be, especially for people who have missed marginally or people in their final year about to get into the intense mode of preparation?
I would say just do read your all 19 subjects notes one by one, and then like if you try to do MCQs with them, and the more revisions you give, the better you get. Like you will keep increasing your recall power. And I think like in exam, if we do multiple revisions, we are less confused between the options, sir, because our memory is like crystal clear and we can mark the correct answer.
Well said. The more revisions, the lesser silly mistakes will happen, and the better recall will be there. Good. And
because in my exam, like in PSM, there was this question on mosquito, sir. So I actually read PSM 2 times. I think I should have read one more time, because I got that question wrong. So because it is a very common topic in PSM. So thing is, like more you see, more you remember. This is the thing, sir.
And how was your last few days? Like, were you anxious, or were you very in control of things? Your GT scores were doing fine, or were there a lot of anxiety or nervousness there?
Yeah, sir. Like anxiety is with all of us. Like we are human beings, so little bit anxiety was there, but I was confident. Like I was performed well in GT, so I was sure like I will make it. I had confidence.
Where was your exam center? Did you get it in Agra?
No, sir. Like I went to Lucknow, sir. Lucknow.
How was the exam day experience? Was it similar to a GT, or do you find it very different from what the questions that you were practicing and solving?
The format was very same, like the RISE app, exact same computer-based exam format. Like, but there was like this little bit difference. Like when we give GT in RISE, like I used to give like 300 questions at a single sitting because I wanted to save time to study later.
Yes.
So in exam, like we have to take a rest and then proceed for second paper.
Is the 50 minutes block suitable? And did you practice those when you were in RISE?
Yeah, in 50 minutes vlog, sir, sometime if we are like good with our subjects, we will finish these 50 minutes block in average 30 minutes, sir. Like if the section is hard, it can go to 40-45 minutes, but I think the time is sufficient, sir.
And how was the exam, Dr. Vivek? So many students after the exam were telling paper one was very difficult, especially after paper one. Most of the students were in a slightly lower mood, but after paper two, there was like a moderate paper discussion. What did you feel about the paper?
I myself felt like both papers were moderate, sir, according to me. Like not very hard, not very easy. They were moderate papers, sir. Like those who did preparation well, they would have felt easy at that day.
And Vivek, how effective was your decision and to join Arise? Like, were you very aware of Arise, or was it new experience? And for your exam, directly you've come down. I think we never met in your university days also. So it must have been a difficult decision.
But like Arise is very famous, like among our students these days, like seniors. So some of them got passed, and like they recommended me, so I trusted them, and my decision was good, sir. And online coaching of Arise is helpful to those students also, sir, like who are in their final year, and they are done with their exams in abroad, but they have to wait for their degree and documentation for like 2-3 months. So they can begin online coaching in that period itself.
That adds up a lot of time there. They can do multiple revisions also with that process.
Yes.
Agree. And Vivek, during your preparation, this is a very stressful period. Did you come across any low periods, any periods of self-doubt, or a period where you felt this is too much? And what was your support system that you would rely on?
Yes, sir. Like it is natural for like human beings to feel low sometimes, because in some subjects, like things will not go well for you. But like Nadeem sir is always posting these motivational videos, and Priyansh sir also. Like Priyansh sir used to say, like if you are feeling low, just keep flipping notes, pages, and begin again. Like from the next day, tell yourself that I will begin new from now, and you will feel refreshed in that way. So sometimes I think we have to find our own motivation, but our teachers are always there for us. Sarah ma'am and all their aspect.
Nice. And it's been a very nice journey for us at Arise also. The kind of scores you all have got and the kind of results that we have got, right? It's very, very impressive and very, very proud of all our students. And we wish you all a great future and bright future ahead. We look at you as a promising doctor for our country, and we wish that you continue this momentum, scoring 226 in the first attempt in a NB conducted exam, and that work exam with a 30% pass percentage, 29% pass percentage is something that I really want you to take inspiration from and go forward. 1.5 year of study from here, like during your internship, take a break. You well needed break. You should, be part of the whole celebrations and the family functions and connect with your relatives and friends. But I think if you can, pursue the same momentum, you would be getting very good scores in your post-graduation also. And we wish you a bright future. And it was great interacting with you, Dr. Vivek. And stay blessed, stay happy. And any final words from your side?
I wish, sir, like Arise opens a program for NEET PG also, so we can continue this journey.
We'll definitely look into it, Dr. Vivek. We would want all of you to be with us. Okay. Yes, thank you so much for connecting. Stay blessed. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.